a flawless design, every angle covered, every variable accounted for, the perfect crime, a myth whispered in shadows, a challenge to the keenest minds. But what if the very notion is flawed? What if perfection, in this realm, is an illusion born of hubris? The most elaborate schemes often unravel not by brilliant deduction, but by a single, microscopic flaw. An oversight so subtle, so seemingly insignificant, it was never even considered a risk. This is the story of those unravelings, the silent undoing of meticulous plans. At the heart of every grand design, a human, a mind convinced of its own infallibility. The architect of the perfect crime believes they have transcended human error, risen above the common failings. But the human element, ironically, is the one detail that can never be fully controlled. Emotion, ego, fatigue, even subconscious habits, these are the silent saboteurs. They leave behind more than just physical traces. They leave echoes, faint but persistent, in the very fabric of the planned event. Consider the trace. Not the obvious fingerprint or DNA. Those are amateur mistakes. We speak of something far more subtle. A stray fiber, microscopic dust, a unique gate impression barely visible. The faint scent of a particular detergent. A specific brand of coffee cup left in a discarded bag, miles from a scene. These are the forgotten fragments of existence, shed inadvertently, connecting moments, people, and places. They are the silent witnesses, waiting to be found, waiting to tell their story, often against the meticulously constructed alibis. The criminal mind, in its ambition for perfection, often overcompensates. An obsession with controlling every variable can lead to an unexpected blind spot. The more intricate the plan, the more points of failure it inherently introduces. This paradox of control is fascinating. The attempt to eliminate all chance often means introducing new, unforeseen chances. It's a psychological tightrope, where the very act of seeking absolute certainty can create its most significant vulnerability, ironically by diverting attention from the truly simple, truly unexpected. Sometimes, the undoing comes from something entirely external. A change in weather, an unexpected witness, a security camera angle previously dismissed as irrelevant. The world is a dynamic, unpredictable place, and no amount of planning can account for every possible permutation. The perfect plan assumes a static environment, a world frozen in the planner's mind. But reality is fluid. And in that fluidity, in the minutiae of the everyday, lies the crack that can shatter even the most carefully constructed facade, revealing the truth beneath. An alibi, a cornerstone of any perfect crime, is often a masterpiece of fabrication. Every detail meticulously crafted, corroborated, confirmed. But even the most robust alibi can contain a single, seemingly trivial inconsistency. A timestamp on a receipt that doesn't quite match a travel log. A specific brand of drink ordered that the alibi witness denies. Or the subtle, unconscious slip in retelling a story. The human memory, fallible as it is, struggles with manufactured narratives, leaving tiny, telltale fractures for a discerning eye to find. In the modern age, the unseen detail has evolved. Beyond physical traces, we now leave digital footprints. Every search query, every GPS coordinate, every online purchase. A burner phone activated just once near a key location. A forgotten login to a trivial website. These seemingly innocuous actions form a breadcrumb trail, invisible to the casual eye, but glaringly obvious to those who know how to follow. The illusion of anonymity online is often the ultimate undoing, proving that even the most disconnected act leaves its mark. The pursuit of the perfect crime also exacts a psychological toll. The constant vigilance, the fear of discovery, the paranoia, these factors chip away at the perpetrator's resolve. This internal pressure often leads to mistakes, a desperate attempt to cover a non-existent threat, or an overreaction that draws unwanted attention. The mind, under such sustained stress, cannot maintain its peak performance indefinitely. It's a battle against oneself, where the very act of trying to be flawless creates a psychological tremor that can become a fatal crack. Even if no direct physical evidence is left, there's the human factor of perception. A fleeting glimpse, a fragment of a voice, a unique posture or mannerism. Witnesses might misremember major details, but often recall an odd, seemingly irrelevant observation with startling clarity. This isn't about identifying the criminal directly, but providing a piece of the puzzle that, when combined with other overlooked elements, paints a clearer picture. It's the mosaic effect, many small, imperfect tiles forming a complete, undeniable image. And then, there is the investigator. Not always a genius, but often someone with an unwavering focus on the seemingly mundane. They don't look for the spectacular, they look for the ordinary that is out of place, the pattern that doesn't fit, the absence of an expected detail. Their greatest weapon is not extraordinary insight, but painstaking diligence. The ability to connect disparate fragments, to retrace steps, to challenge assumptions. They thrive on the crumbs, the discarded, the forgotten. A slow, methodical accumulation of the insignificant. We are creatures of habit. Our routines, often subconscious, are deeply ingrained. A criminal might meticulously plan a novel act, but their routine, the underlying patterns of their daily life, can inadvertently intersect with their illicit activity. A route taken, a specific coffee shop frequented, a personal quirk in handling objects. These are not planned elements of a crime, but involuntary aspects of one's being. And these echoes of routine, though faint, can provide a signature, a unique rhythm that breaks the carefully constructed anonymity of the perfect plan. For some, the perfect crime isn't just about the act itself, but the unspoken validation. The desire to be recognized, even anonymously, for their cleverness. This often leads to subtle forms of bragging, hints dropped, or challenges issued to authorities or media. The need for recognition, for the world to know their superior intellect, can manifest in seemingly harmless communications. Yet, these often contain linguistic quirks, specific phrases, or even timestamps that betray the sender, turning a victory lap into a stumble. Time. It can be an ally, allowing trails to go cold, memories to fade. But it is also an unrelenting enemy. With every passing hour, new technologies emerge, new forensic techniques are developed, databases expand. What was once unidentifiable can become a clear match years later. A cold case can suddenly become hot, not because new evidence appears, but because the existing evidence can finally be understood. The perfect crime must remain perfect indefinitely, a near impossibility in a world of constant innovation. Evidence is not static. It's dynamic, its meaning shifting with new perspectives and technological advancements. What was once dismissed as environmental noise might, years later, be precisely the data point needed. A speck of paint, a microscopic scratch, a specific pollen grain, initially deemed irrelevant, can be re-evaluated through new scientific lenses. The perfect planner assumes the investigative tools of today, but cannot foresee the capabilities of tomorrow. Every fragment holds potential, waiting for the right moment, the right technique, to unlock its secret. Beyond the direct act, every action creates ripples. An unplanned encounter, a casual conversation overheard, a minor traffic infraction drawing police attention at the wrong moment. These are the cascading unforeseen consequences, the butterfly effects that no amount of meticulous planning can truly mitigate. The perfect crime assumes a vacuum, a world where only the planned elements exist. But life is chaotic. And in that chaos, the smallest, seemingly unrelated event can trigger a chain reaction, leading directly back to the source. Ultimately, the undoing of the perfect crime almost always boils down to a single, inescapable human trait: hubris. The overconfidence that blinds the perpetrator to their own fallibility. The belief that they are cleverer, more thorough, more immune to error than anyone before them. This hubris leads to the overlooked detail, the dismissed risk, the moment of carelessness. It plants the seed of their own downfall, long before the act is even committed. Because the only truly flawless plan is the one that accounts for its own inherent imperfection.